So, Zachi, have we seen much momentum in the property market since the RBA reduced the rates?
I feel what's been happening, Hannah, over the last few months, we've had two rate drops over a period of time. It's just that there's a massive media distraction that's happening globally about what's going on in other countries, be it specifically to the Middle East. So I feel readers feel that what the RBA had done in terms of controlling inflation and starting to drop the rates is that it looks like there's been no change in momentum. And I feel to say I disagree. I think eventually when news catches up in terms of the Australian property market, what we're going to be seeing is that properties prices have continuously risen quietly over the last period of time. The way I think the RBA has acted on it, which is they've dropped once, they've waited a number of months, they've dropped the rates a second time, and they've waited a number of months. So that just doesn't give home buyers, investors, people cutting down or have been cutting down spending, to make that mental decision, okay, things are actually, cheaper for me because my mortgage repayments are less. Let's go out for a family dinner. Let's go spend more on entertainment or luxuries. I feel that hasn't happened because two rate drops over a period of time doesn't really give much motivation for someone to make a mental shift. And I feel the RBA is doing that on purpose as opposed to consecutive rate drops. And I believe the reason they haven't taken consecutive rate drops is because there is uncertainty, which is what's occurring overseas, that as much as the Australian market might be in a way cushioned off, obviously every time Trump makes changes or decisions or scares the market, it's kind of like, well, what's the next move going to be? And I believe that on the back of their mind is that are the changes in overseas countries going to drop inflation, increase inflation, and there is a question of uncertainty, which is fair enough. When you're uncertain, sometimes, the best decision to do is to actually do nothing, which is the approach they're taking. But people need to buy property. People need to rent property. And so I feel it is costing them cheaper. And what's happening is that there is a slight silent market movement going upwards. And I feel from the time when stability hits and the RBA starts making consecutive drops, you would see the ones that actually did get in earlier this year would have already made equity, and which is what we're seeing for our clients at DDP over this period of time.